Hey, Jay here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to document some of my training for a challenge that I've set myself to do within the first 3 months of 2024. 2023, for me personally, it was a difficult year. I didn't complete any big swim challenges, which coming off of 2022, when I completed a whole host of them, it left me wanting to really try and do something in 2024. 2022, I did my first and only Ironman. I also did my first marathon swim, 10 kilometers. And I also did the round the mount swim, which is one of my favorite swims that you can do, down at St Michael's Mount in Cornwall. And I turned up with Mama Swim, planning to go for a swim together in the morning. And a guy pulled up and was like, "Oh, are you here for the race?" I was like, "What race?" It was around the mount swim. I'd done it once before. So that morning, been pretty swim fit. Jumped in, did it. I think I placed in the top 10. So I really enjoyed that one. I am currently out in Barcelona on and off. So I set myself the challenge, where possible, to swim the length of Barcelona. Well, okay, technically speaking, I'm not going to start at the port just because there's quite a lot of big chips, but I'm planning to start at the W Hotel and swimming northwards along Barcelona. There are a couple of harbours on the way, which I probably will get out and walk around. It's just not safe to be swimming where there's a lot of boats coming in and out. And all in all, it is about 5 kilometers. How am I going to be training for this swim? Now, I always recommend that you do most of your training, if you're training for a triathlon swim, an open water swim, or just generally to keep yourself swim fit, in the pool. Now that's because keep fit in the pool for what might happen out at sea. In 2023, I really haven't swum much. Maximum I did in December, I think, was 1 kilometer. So far, I've done a few pool sessions starting at 500 meters, and I've now maxed out at 1.5K. The great thing about training in a pool is it's a controlled environment. From experience, I know that the hardest thing to do when you've got a training session up ahead is to get out that door. If you've got an excuse that there's waves, it's windy, it's raining, you're more likely to skip that session. And that's why I will be doing a lot of my training in the swimming pool. If you do want help building a training plan or just translating one of the generic ones you get online, I am offering one-to-one coaching sessions. The link is down in the description below. What I will do is give you a 1-hour consultation where we can build a training plan around your time, your needs, and explain to you exactly why you're doing each drill and each session, which gives you then the power to make decisions as you go through your training plan. The beaches here in Barcelona are actually not naturally occurring, and the whole of the coast is split up into these little bays, which make it really easy for training. Today I'm going to jump in the water, do my first open water swim, get used to being in the wetsuit again. It looks nice and sunny now, but I think by the time I get out there it's going to cloud over. Let's get going for my first open water swim in this training block. So, there you go. I hope you guys can hear me right. It's quite windy out here. We swam 676 meters in the end. Oh, it was gorgeous to get in the water. I am getting a little bit chilly, so I won't be too long. That was my first open water swim of 2024. You know, my advice to you, if you are, even if you are used to swimming over water, you've taken a break, you're getting back into it in the new year, when it warms up a little bit, is take it easy. You know, your first few, you don't have to push it super far. Get used to swimming back in a wetsuit if you're not used to it. I feel really dizzy. I never feel dizzy. But yeah, my training plan for my challenge of swimming the 5 to 7K, whatever it's going to be. Well, I'll try and measure it in the next episode, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. My training plan is I'm going to do most of it in the pool. I'm trying to do at least 1 open water swim per week, and each week building up by a few hundred meters. So did about 700 meters today. I'll try and do 1K next week, and then I'll be back in the UK for a couple of weeks where I don't know if I will be able to manage more than, not that much more than 500 meters probably in how cold it's going to be. If you're training for an open water swim, you don't have to do everything in the open water. Open water is great for honing your specific open water skills, but doing most of your training in the pool is fine. It's a controlled environment. You're not going to have that many excuses as to why you can't go in a pool, whereas in the open water, there's plenty of really good safety reasons that you should not go. When it's rough, it's windy, there's lightning, there's pollution, etc, etc. One thing I've realized on this swim is I need to practice my bilateral breathing. That's breathing on both sides, because I've got super comfortable just breathing on my right hand side, but I got a couple of waves down my throat, and I tried to switch to breathing to my left and it just felt really uncomfortable. So there's a really good skill to practice in the pool. But I don't have a towel, so I think I better get on. So if you like this content, hit the subscribe button. We have other things. We've got lots of swim adventures, swim spots, swimming tips, as well as, of course, product reviews. So hit that subscribe button, and until next time, happy, but most importantly, safe swimming.